Cause that's a really nice US plate. That's sweet right there. That made my day. Whew, I'm on the board. I just stepped out of the boat, was putting my stuff together, and I happened to look down. Do you see what I see? It's a spoon. I don't know if that's an old one or not, but I'm going to put you under and I want you to tell me. I haven't even turned the metal detector on yet, and that's awesome. Well, here's my first target with the metal detector, and it is a fishing sinker. Yeah, 1900s for sure, made in a mold, not like the old style that are flattened out by hand. Okay, so that's a nice Neps. That's called a spinner. That thing spins around when it goes to the water, like that. And it's missing the treble hook. I have plenty of treble hooks at home. I could just put one on there, and we can have a nice fresh lure. Well, not fresh, but a new for me. That's all that really matters. A million targets here, and most of it's been junk so far. I'll try to show you like the first one of the different types of things I see. Here's a bartle, so we'll show you this one. I don't know if it's old or not, but we'll find out together. I would say it's older probably than me maybe, but there's no embossing on it. Probably had a label right there. It looks like some river treasure there. What do you think? Yeah, microlite. Unfortunately, this is like a fishing area, and there's just so much junk in here. As you can see, there's all kinds of footprints and stuff and trash that the fishermen left. There's a big old lead sinker, and I mean, you cannot tell these big ones apart from bullets. So I'm kind of just stuck with almost listening for big, you know, a brass signals. The problem is I'll miss all the buttons and probably the bullets too, so I don't know. Well, at least we have the old microlite. Got a big old egg sinker on there, a big old treble hook. I guess they're probably catfishing. Oh well, I think I might be able to fix that up. That might be nice to just keep in the boat. That way if we want to fish, we can fish. Although I actually have my regular rod with me today too. I'll be quiet. I think I'm going to move down river just a little bit. There's just so much trash right in here. But I do see a Coke bottle right there. I thought we'd look at that together. Oh, let's look at this little jar first. It looks like a little food jar of some sort. See what this Coke bottle is. Well, that's ooh, something alive in there. Yeah, so it's more or less complete. Hagerstown, Maryland. Yeah, we'll say that one. Why not? Right? Why can't I say that one? That's what you put some water in there like that. And there's a lot of sand and silt in there. Just gonna shake it and get it out. A lot of it. That was not so heavy. There we go. One more time. Well, it may not be a valuable specimen, but it's kind of pretty. I like it. Okay, well, let's go ahead and go downstream just a little bit. I'm trying to kind of just putter along here. Basically, I want to go down on the other side of these rocks in that little cove. This whole area had lots of camps. Lots of camps here, and there's a fight not too far from here. So you never know what we might find. We'll try down there. Well, nice bedrock here. I don't see too much. I can't see where a lot of people have been fishing right along here, so this might be a little better. See anything down there, I ought to be able to just look down and see it though. Very nice. I feel like such a wimp because it's probably, you know, 70, 75 degrees out here. Water's not bad, but boy, the wind is just making me so freaking chilly. I'm like turning blue. But what I wanted to show you, and the reason it's a delicate flower again. What I wanted to show you is this. Fishing line. I always pick up all of the fishing line that I find. There's a bunch here, there's some more up there on the bank. I'll pick it up. And the reason why is because animals, you know, ducks, squirrels, beavers, will get tangled up in this stuff around their legs. and it can tighten up on their legs, and it'll end up so that they you lose the circulation and the legs will rot off. They'll die and rot off. That's like a death trap to the animals in the area. I always hate to see that. I know I told a story one time where I was just a little tiny kid. I was probably 6 or 7, and I was walking through the woods with my mother, and there was a small songbird by a nest, and it was hanging by its neck, and it had a fishing line on it. And apparently got tangled around its neck and hung itself right at its nest. It was just a skeleton. It was actually really cool, but that sight has always stuck with me, and so I always urge people to just do the right thing and pick it up. All right, I'm getting a little fed up with this area. I think I'm going to go ahead and move. We're going to move someplace a little bit different. Conditions are great for detecting, because everything's on the bedrock right here, but so far it's been all just modern sinkers like this, not even a single homemade one. I suspect if we keep going, we'll find a better spot than this. That's pretty cool. I mean, if there were bullets in there, you could just see them, but I'm not seeing any here. All right, I'm gonna go down to that big rock right there, and then we'll come back, get in the boat and go somewhere else. So naturally, I went down river a little bit further than I said I was going to, because I always do. And I haven't been finding much, but then I got a nice good signal right here. I dug it up, and it's a good one. Yeah, right there. You ready? Look at that. You know what that is? That is the back of a U.S. cartridge box plate from the American Civil War. That's a lead back. You see where the attachment hooks are on it. And I'll flip it over, and you will see the U.S. Now that, my friend, is a freaking beauty. That is worth the trip. That is worth the last couple trips on the river. That's a beauty right there. Now, the question is, did this come off a cartridge box that was full, so there's going to be a whole bunch of bullets right here too, or did it come off of a complete rig, so it's a cartridge box and it's a bayonet, a US belt buckle, a whole bunch of stuff right here? But it doesn't really matter, because that's a really nice US plate. That's sweet right there. That made my day. Whew, I'm on the board. That's right where I got the cartridge box plate in their job. Actually, lots of signals right here, squeakers. There's one there. I mean, it's not reading real high, but it's not, it's definitely, it sounds like a little sinker really. And there's some more there, but it's not real high either. It's not like bullet signals, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's somehow related to that cartridge box plate we just found. Ooh, hasn't. That one's a pretty good signal right there. That's actually the highest squeak that we have. That actually might, that's the exact hole I dug that plate out of right there. The exact hole. All right, let's go under. Sorry, it's a little cloudy, but it's not much current here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and let that clear up so we can look at it together underwater, because I think that's the most exciting part of water hunting, is actually seeing it before you pull it up. Okay, I think it's cleared up enough. I don't see any bullets, but oh yeah, maybe I do. It might be a modern one down there. Is there something small? A piece of lead is probably what I was hearing. That small thing is just like a fired modern 22 bullet, but that, I don't know what that is. Oops, I'll pick that up. This is a flat lead disc that's been holed, probably for making a fishing weight out of it, although I don't know for sure. This could easily be from, Civil War era. Don't see any writing on it, unfortunately. That's right where that plate was, though. So it could be a bullet down here yet. I got a little bit of oh, there's something. Ooh, God, trying to get you out of the wind. I don't know what that is. I thought it was definitely not a nail, but it's a piece of iron. All right, this is the kind of stuff I'm finding there. I got a little sinker there. This is part of a spinner blade, an older one. That was probably giving me that good squeak. I'm gonna go ahead and look around here. If I get into a pile of stuff, I'll get you back out, or if I find anything good, which I guess either one. I can't believe how cold I am. So where someone was fishing recently. That's a big old chicken liver right there. Use those for catfish. Left the lid there and pop bottles and cigarette butts. It's disgusting. Okay, so we went ahead and moved locations a little bit. I wanted to get into the sun and out of that wind because I was getting really cold. I mean, just when you have clothes on and it gets wet and the wind blows, it just really chills you down quick. So we're gonna look over here for a little bit. Looks like some pretty good bank along here, some old carpet or something, so that doesn't look too good. A little signal here, and I was just kicking with my foot, and I just happened to look, and there's a bullet right there. I don't know. I think that's going to be a post-Civil War era bullet. That flat nose. Got some grooves in it, but it doesn't look quite right for like a Colt bullet. Of course the wind found me again, but I did just dig a nice little, that is a piece of lead, and it's been handmade, you know, someone pounded that out into a rectangular shape, holding the end right there for the string. I mean, that could be any age. I found tons of these, you know, Civil War era stuff like in camps and whatnot, but you know, they could be later than that too. But that's a really good sign because that's older than me probably. Slightly different location. I'm down in an area where like could be some Civil War camps, not too far up in those fields right there. And I just found a homemade sinker. I don't think it's made out of a bullet, but a lot of times if it's made out of mini ball, the bottom will have like a little cone in it. But yeah, so I just got here, nice homemade sinker. Got my fingers crossed. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a lot of area here to dig because it gets really muddy right there, and I just started here on this little rock pile. Maybe we can go downstream a little bit. There's a bunch of rocks down there too, so that's a good sign. I'm happy. Nice little brass hinge here. That could date back to the Civil War. You know, there's no way for me to tell for sure. I can't really get you any underwater action here because the waves from the wind is kind of making it all cloudy, and there's really not much current either. So hopefully we'll get at least one bullet. I like to get one bullet today, although I can't complain because we did get a US box plate. It's a little bit more rare than, say, a bullet. So this is kind of neat. I think this is a Spencer cartridge, which this is probably Civil War related. This, I think, is about a 99.99% chance, considering where we're at. Wow, that's awesome. What we want to do is we'll look at the bottom, see if it's been fired. Now this is a rim fire, so what we're going to have to look for is along the edges there to see if it's got a little ding in it. I think it does on this side right here. I think there's a little ding there at 3 o'clock. So that's probably a fired one. So the soldier is probably right here nearby shooting. Maybe across the river there, who knows. That's a nice little find right there. That's a beauty. Hopefully we'll find some more, and maybe some complete ones. That would be really great. This is kind of a cool little find right here. Look at this. This is part of an old cooking kettle. That would have been the rim around the top of it. Wow, that's pretty awesome. It's all broken up though, isn't it? That's a really cool, I mean, I like it. That's always a good sign when you find these things. But generally speaking, big heavy iron things like this don't go far. So this could have been an area where there was a really old dump, like maybe Civil War era dump or even before. That's just an old piece right there. I'm actually walking down river a little bit. I was kind of dragging a boat behind me because it's really silty, and I'm kind of looking for some more rocks, but heck, I just found that in the silt, so maybe we ought to tie the boat off here and just look around a little bit closer. Now that's an interesting piece right there. The big old brass, like, rivety thing. Looks like that's probably leather on the top, and underneath is wood. That's wood right there. I have no idea what that went to. A little pouch side here where we put the fragile stuff, and we'll keep going. What do you say? Well, we finally got a bullet. That, my friend, is a musket ball, I do believe. Just trying to make sure it's not a case shot, which is basically a musket ball is put in a cannonball to explode. But yeah, that's a nice big old 69 caliber musket ball. Really like to have a mini ball, but I'm not going to complain about a 69 caliber musket ball. That's sweet. I have another 69 caliber musket ball. This is 100% dropped. So the soldier was like right here somewhere, maybe on that rock, and he threw some bullets in the water or lost them in the water. Wow, that's most awesome, my friend. Hopefully, let me just check right here. I just dug it right there. Let's see if there's any more signals like it. Not really hearing any other that I can say are bullets for sure, but most awesome. That's a good one too, right there. That's just a perfect one. Let's get some more. So we have another nice 69er dropped. Most awesome. Put it in the bag. Let's check the hole. Nope, not another one. I hope there'll be another one there. Whoops. By the way, I'm just digging with my hands. I don't even have my pick with me. You know, just get the pinpoint. I probably should show you really, but the water's just been so muddy. Just get the pinpointer and kind of figure out exactly where it is, and I'm taking my fingers and digging down to them. Unfortunately, you can see that the gloves are losing their fingertips, so I need to get a different pair next time I come out. I was really hoping there'd be like a huge pile of them, like 1,000 on the whole case right here, but I guess I shouldn't be too greedy, should I? I've already done quite well today. All right, away you go. Kind of neat. I do believe this is probably part of a clock. Yes, that could be quite old. That could be Civil War era. I'm not 100% it's part of a clock, but it kind of reminds me of it. I might have something really good here. Got a nice loud signal, and yeah, 45, 53. And I went down there with my hand and kind of felt around because I don't have my pick on me. And I think it might be, I could be mistaken, but I think it might be a cannonball. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let the water clear up a little bit so that we can look down and see if that's what it is, because it's not even buried, just kind of like sitting there on the rocks. I'm really hoping that's what it is. Unfortunately, I'm working my way downstream, so it's staying cloudy. So let's mark this spot. We know it's just out from that rock, that black rock, and that tree in this area. I should be able to find it, no problem. What I'm going to do is we're going to leave it there and keep working our way downstream, maybe just to those rocks, and then we'll come back up closer to the shore once this clears out, and we'll come out and get this one. I'm really hoping that's a cannonball. Yeah, I know you are too. I hope you are anyway. Still waiting for the water to clear up there. It looks like it mostly has. I got a nice deep signal here. I dug down and pulled this up, and I'm pretty sure I know what this is. Do you guys? I know 100% what it is now. This is actually part of a canteen, a Civil War era canteen. You can see the basic shape of it, and it's got that curve. But what just tipped me off for 100% is this little thing right here, that little tab. That's where the strap would have been attached to it so that you could wear it, you know, across your shoulder or whatever. But that is 100% Civil War canteen. It's just a piece of it. Kind of weird because I don't think there's any more in the hole. Not too long ago, in fact, I found a little piece of what I thought was a canteen. I still think it's a canteen. And it's in my video. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet or not. You probably have, but I'm gonna look around here, see if I can find the spout or any more of it. That was really deep, and I pretty much used my fingers up on that one, so I might not be digging too much more today. We can't forget our cannonball, can we? I don't know if it's cannonball, but I felt it felt kind of big, irony, and round, and it was stuck to something. So I didn't actually pick it up yet, so I don't know for sure. All right, we'll work our way back up that direction. Looks like it's cleared out as much as it's going to. Dug that canteen right there, and just to the side I got another nice deep signal. And do you know what that is? Kind of weird looking on top, but this is a thimble, a sewing thimble. And you put your finger up in there when you're sewing clothes. And that's really cool. I'm wondering if the soldiers must have been hanging around down here for some reason. Can't say 100% that's from a Civil War soldier. Well, first we find the thimble, and now we find the button. I think that's a button right there. What do you think? Oh yeah, that, my friend, is a beautiful button. Nice domed. If you look on the other side, we can see where the shank was attached. Pretty sure that's a button. That's awesome, my friend. Thimbles are like right there. This might be a really good spot. Well, it has been. Has been so far, and quite frankly, if we don't find another thing, it's been a great spot. I'm still thinking about that cannonball. I really don't know if it's cannonball, but it's right there. Of course, right next to where I found that button, I just dug this, and it is a modern, well, I say modern, it's a 45 slug from a pistol. So that could be 100 years old, but it's definitely not Civil War. Now that's an interesting little find. I'm not sure. Some type of little buckle. I don't know if that's going to be Civil War era or not, but it very well could be. I don't know if that's iron right there, or yeah, I guess it is. Just dug this big old piece of brass or copper. What that is a giant, like, kerosene lantern. A wick holder anyway. A wick would go up through that, so it's probably to a lantern. Wow, that's a big one right there. That's one of the biggest ones I've ever found. I wonder if the rest of it's in here. I guess we'll find out, won't we? Well, maybe not. That's a good high squeaker right there. I mean, it's not like a belt buckle squeaker, but I think that's gonna be something good. I don't know if I'll be able to dig this together or not. I think it might get too cloudy on us. Not much current here. I'm gonna let that, let's just let that, maybe we can help it out a little bit. All right, that should be enough. Pinpointer, see if we got it moved. All right, there it is. Let's go under and take a look at it. I can't see it from here. What the heck is that thing? I don't know. It looks really old though, doesn't it? You can see it's curled right here a little bit. So it's meant to be like use your thumb and turn something around with it, push against it. Got that off-center hole. Yeah, it could be an oldie, but I have no idea what it is part of. Nice big heavy piece of brass though. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Well, 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 look at that little rascal right there. You know what that is? Oh, wow. That's a dropped Enfield right there, man. Nice. You know I like bullets. I hope you guys too. I like them as well. Hey, let's go look and see if that thing's a cannonball. What do you say? Turn the machine off. I really don't know for sure, but I'm hoping it is. To be honest with you, my fingers are getting really sore. Those fingertips, so I'm going to have to quit pretty soon. We will definitely come back here. All right, there's that log there, and there's that black rock, and it was right out in here. Oh man, is that it? I'll go ahead and turn the machine on, and we'll find it together, and then we'll try to get a view of it underwater. I don't think it was out too far. There it is. I mean, that's a... I hope it's not a can. Oh, you can see it. You see it? Well, cross your fingers. Let's hope that's what it is. You'll know before I do. Let me see anymore. Hold on a second. Kind of made it all cloudy again, so we have to wait a minute. All right, unfortunately, I guess the current is swirling around here, so it's cloudy, so I'm just going to stand here a minute until it clears up again. All right, that's going to have to be good enough. You ready? Hold your breath. All right. Oh, that's freaking awesome. That's a cannonball, a Civil War cannonball. Unfortunately, that's the fuse that's kind of sticking out of it, and I guess I kicked it. So, damaged it a little bit. Luckily, it did not explode. Wow, that's a cannonball. Yeah, that's kind of actually neat because you can see down in there. You know, I hate that I did that, but it actually kind of livens up to the display. Now, here's the thing. There's probably more in here, okay? And definitely some more bullets and stuff too. So I hate to do this, but we're going to put the machine away and we're going to come back another day. I'm shaking. I'm shaking. It's not just because I found a cannonball. All right, I'm going to work my way back up to the boat, and we'll end it with a cannonball. I think that's fair. We'll check you on the next one, I hope.
Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep, hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek. Mother Earth, she ain't saying exactly what she's saving, where it is or what it might be. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby. I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She don't care if you're dying or if you're living or somewhere in between. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby, and I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep, hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek. Mother Mother Earth, she ain't saying exactly what she's saving, where it is or what it might be. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby. I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She don't care if you're dying or if you're living or somewhere in between.